14th February 2018, 21st February 2018, 21st November 2018, 20th March 2019, 19th June 2019, and 28th April 2020, on the approval of the senators to serve in various standing committees of the Senate, and pursuant to the Standing Orders 189, 218, and the second schedule to the standing orders, the Senate approves the following senators nominated by Senate Business Committee to serve in the standing committees of the Senate as follows. A, Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, and Fisheries. 1, Senator Njeru Ndwiga, EGH MP. 2, Senator Canon Naomi Wako, MP. 3, Senator Kipchumba Murkomen, EGH MP. 4, Senator Dr. Michael Mbito, MP. 5, Senator Engineer Ephraim Minor, MP. 6, Senator Enoch Wambua, MP. 7, Senator Stewart Madzayo, MP. 8, Senator Issa Jumaboy, MP. And 9, Senator Boniface Kabaka, MP. B, Committee on Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations. 1, Senator Anwar Lloyd Tip-Tip, MP. 2, Senator Victor Pringay, MP. 3, Senator Kipchumba Murkomen, EGH MP. 4, Senator Isaac Mwaura, CBS MP. 5, Senator Aaron Cheruyot, MP. 6, Senator Moses Kajwang, MP. 7, Senator Cleophas Malala, MP. 8, Senator Rose Nyamunga, MP. 9, Senator Boniface Kabaka, MP. C, Committee on Education. 1, Senator Dr. Alice Milgo, MP. 2, Senator Professor Kidhure Kindiki, EGH MP. 3, Senator Falhada Deko, MP. 4, Senator Mary Seneta, MP. 5, Senator Mwangi Githiombi, MP. 6, Senator Dr. Gertrude Musurube in Nima, MP. 7, Senator Fred Outa, MP. 8, Senator Dr. Agnes Zani, CBS MP. And 9, Senator Professor Imana Malakai, Ekal, MP. D, Committee on Energy. 1, Senator Engineer Ephraim Minor, MP. 2, Senator MP. 3, Senator Abshiro Halake, MP. 4, Senator John Derito Kinywa, MP. 5, Senator Dr. Christopher Andrew Langat, MP. 6, Senator Professor Imana Malake Ekal, MP. 7, Senator Ledama Olekina, MP. 8, Senator Cleophas Malala, MP. 9, Senator Petronila Were Locorio, MP. E, Senate Committee on Finance and Budget. 1, Senator Charles Kibiro, MP. 2, Senator Kimani Wamatangi, MP. 3, Senator Aaron Cheruyot, MP. 4, Senator CPF Arhias Haji, MP. 5, Senator Millicent Omanga, MP. 6, Senator Dr. Ochilo Ayako, MP. And 7, Senator Moses Masika Wetangula, EGH, MP. 8, Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., MP. 9, Senator Rose Nyamunga, MP. F, Committee on Health. 1, Senator Dr. Michael Mbito, MP. 2, Senator Mary Seneta, MP. 3, Senator Mugo, Beth Mugo, EGH, MP. 4, Senator Dr. Abdullah Ali Ibrahim, MP. 5, Senator Millicent Omanga, MP. 6, Senator Fred Outa, MP. 7, Senator Beatrice Kwamboka, MP. 8, Senator Professor Samson Ongeri, EGH, MP. 9, Senator Ledama Olekina, MP. G, Committee on Information, Communication, and Technology. 1, Senator Gideon Moy, CBS MP. 2, Senator Abshiro Ahlaki, MP. 3, Senator John Derito Kinywa, MP. 3, Senator Anwar Lloyd Tip-Tip, MP. 4, that is 4, sorry. 5, Senator Susan Kiika, MP. 6, Senator Enoch Wambua, MP. 7, Senator Petronila Were Locorio, MP. 8, Senator Issa Jumaboy, MP. 9, Senator Mercy Chebeni, MP. H, Committee on Justice, Legal Affairs, and Human Rights. 1, Senator Canon Naomi Jilo Wako, MP. 2, Senator Fatuma Dulo, MP. 3, Senator Irungu Kangata, MP. 4, Senator Mohammed Yusuf Haji, EGH, MP. 5, Senator Johnson Sakaja, CBS, MP. 6, Senator Eric Okongo Omogenis, SC, MP. 7, Senator Amos Sitwila Wako, EGH, SC. FCI ARB MP. 8, Senator Kilonzo Mutula Jr. MP. 9, Senator James Orengo, EGH SC MP. I, Committee on Labor and Social Welfare. 1, Senator Johnson Sakaja, CBS MP. 2, Senator Dr. Alice Milgo MP. 3, Senator Paul Mwangi Thiomi MP. 4, Senator Isaac Mwaura MP. 5, Senator Susan Kika MP. 6, Senator Jones Mwaruma MP. 7, Senator Beatrice Kwamboka MP. 8, Senator Stuart Madzayo MP. And 9, Senator Naomi Sionga Masitsa MP. J, Committee on Land, Environment, and Natural Resources. 1, Senator Paul Mwangi Githiomi MP. 2, Senator Philip Mpayei MP. 3, Senator Njeru Ndwiga EGH MP. 4, Senator Gideon Moy CBS MP. 5, Senator Dr. Lelegwe Tumbesi MP. 6, Senator George Haniri MGH MP. 7, Senator Jones Mwaruma MP. 8, Senator Architect Sylvia Kasanga MP. 9, Senator Issa Juma Boy MP. K, Committee on National Cohesion, Equal Opportunity, and Regional Integration. 1, Senator Christine Zawadi Gona MP. 2, Senator Dr. Christopher Andrew Langat MP. 3, Senator Iman Falhada Edeko MP. 4, Senator Dr. Lelegwe Tumbesi MP. 5, Senator Samson Cherarke MP. 6, Senator Naomi Shionga Masitsa MP. 7, Senator Judith Pareno MP. 8, Senator Mercy Chabeni MP. 9, Senator Dr. Gertrude Musurube Inima MP. L, Committee on National Security, Defense, and Foreign Relations. 1, Senator Mohammed Haji Yusuf, EGH MP. 2, Senator Wario Golich Juma MP. 3, Senator Engineer Mohammed M. Mahamoud, CBS MP. 4, Senator Fatuma Dulo, CBS MP. 5, Senator Mithika Linturi MP. 6, Senator Fred Outa MP. 7, Senator Beatrice Kwamboka MP. 8, Senator Judith Pareno MP. 9, Senator Moses Masika Wetangula, EGH MP. M, Committee on Tourism, Trade, and Industrialization. 1, Senator Dr. Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, CBS MP. 2, Senator CPF Arhia Aji MP. 3, Senator Philip Mpaei MP. 4, Senator Professor Githurai Kindiki, EGH MP. 5, Senator Wario Golich Juma MP. 6, Senator Dr. Gertrude Musurube Inima MP. 7, Senator Dr. Agnes Zani, CBS MP. 8, Senator Mercy Chabeni MP. And 9, Senator Mohammed Faki MP. N, Committee on Roads and Transportation. 1, Senator Kimani Wamatangi MP. 2, Senator Engineer Mohammed A. Mahamoud, CBS MP. 3, Senator Engineer Hargura Godana MP. 4, Senator Christine Zawadi Gona MP. 5, Senator Mithika Linturi MP. 6, Senator Architect Sylvia Kasanga MP. 7, Senator Eric Okongo Mogeni SC MP. 8, Senator Enoch Wambua MP. And 9, Senator Moses Kajwang MP. Thank you, Speaker.
The next order. Okay, honorable senators, for the convenience of the House, we are rearranging the order paper. And I direct the clerk to read from order number 16. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Order number 16, motion.
Leader of majority.
Speaker, sir, I beg to move the following motion. That pursuant to Standing Order 17, the Senate approves the nomination of Senator Isaac Maigwa Mwaura, CBS MP, as a member of the Speaker's panel to take up the vacancy occasioned by the election of Senator Professor Margaret Kamar, EGH MP, to the office of the Deputy Speaker, and further elects Senator Isaac Maigwa Mwaura, MP, to preside over the Senate in the absence of the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker, pursuant to Article 107(1)(c) of the Constitution and Standing Order 15 of the Senate. The Speaker, this is a very straightforward motion, Speaker. We know that the panel requires right now Speaker replacement for the Senator for Wasengishu, who has become our Deputy Speaker. And Speaker, we have all congratulated her on that elevation, but the vacancy left, Speaker, is for us to have another member from the majority side to join the panel. And we want to thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the approval for this to happen. And so I beg to move, and I'll ask the Speaker, my friend, the leader of minority Speaker, to second. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, as indicated by the mover, is a straightforward motion consequent upon a vacancy that has been explained. For those reasons, Mr. Speaker, I beg to second the motion.
I propose the question, which is that pursuant to Standing Order 17, the Senate approves the nomination of Senator Isaac Maigwa Mwaura, CBS MP, as a member of the Speaker's panel to take up the vacancy occasioned by the election of Senator Professor Margaret Kamar, EGH MP, to the office of the Deputy Speaker, and further elect Senator Isaac Maigwa Mwaura MP to preside over the Senate in the absence of the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker, pursuant to Article 107(1)(c) of the Constitution and Standing Order 15 of the Senate. I now put the question, which is that pursuant to Standing Order 17, the Senate approves the nomination of Senator Isaac Maigwa Mwaura, CBS MP, as a member of the Speaker's panel to take up the vacancy occasioned by the election of Senator Professor Margaret Kamar, EGH MP, to the office of the Deputy Speaker, and further elect Senator Isaac Maigwa Mwaura, MP, to preside over the Senate in the absence of the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker, pursuant to Article 107(1)(c) of the Constitution and Standing Order 15 of the Senate. As many are of that opinion, say aye. Aye. As many are of a contrary view, say nay. The ayes have it. Next.
Order number 17, motion, approval of senators to serve in the Senate Business Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Speaker, I beg to move the following motion. That notwithstanding the resolution of the Senate made on the 13th February 2020 on the approval of senators to serve in the Senate Business Committee, and pursuant to Standing Orders 184 and 189, the Senate approves the following senators nominated to serve in the Senate Business Committee, in addition to the Speaker of the Senate, who, pursuant to Standing Order 184(1), shall be the chairperson of the committee, the Senate Majority Leader, the Senate Minority Leader, the Senate Majority Whip, and the Senate Minority Whip. 1, Senator Fatuma Dulo, CBS MP. 2, Senator Cleophas Malala, MP. 3,
Use the mic.
Yeah, sorry, Speaker, maybe I seek your direction. Is it allowable maybe for my brother leader to just say, as per the study, as per the order paper? Yeah, is it possible? Yeah, why not?
Are you asking for my direction, then answering yourself?
I seek your direction, the majority leader, to just say as per the order paper.
Okay, sir. I think for the record, it is good to have the names on record read out, because no, you are not arguing with the Speaker. Whip. Proceed, Leader.
Speaker, I think there are many things wrong with that purported point of order, and I will not list them. So I'll have to do it this way, Speaker, because that's the way I gave the notice. And,
Proceed.
And Mr. Speaker, let me just read the names again. 1, Senator Fatuma Dulo, CBS MP. 2, Senator Clevis Malala MP. 3, Senator Beatrice Kwamboka MP. 4, Senator Johnson Sakaja, CBS MP. 5, Senator Gideon Moy, CBS MP. 6, Senator Charles Kibiro MP. 7, Senator Ledama Olekina MP. Thank you, Speaker. Now, Mr. Speaker, I beg to move and ask the minority leader to support. Second.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to second the motion.
Okay, honorable senators, I now propose a question, which is that notwithstanding the resolution of the Senate made on 13th February 2020 on the approval of senators to serve in the Senate Business Committee and pursuant to Standing Orders 184 and 189, the Senate approves the following senators nominated to serve in the Senate Business Committee, in addition to the Speaker of the Senate, who pursuant to Standing Orders 184.1 shall be the chairperson of the committee, the Senate Majority Leader, the Senate Minority Leader, the Senate Majority Whip, and the Senate Minority Whip. Senator 1, Senator Fatuma Dulo, CBS MP. 2, Senator Cleophas Malala MP. 3, Senator Beatrice Kwamboka MP. 4, Senator Johnson Sakaja, CBS MP. 5, Senator Gideon Moy, CBS MP. 6, Senator Charles Kibiro MP. 7, Senator Ledama Olekina MP. I now put the question, which is that notwithstanding the resolution of the Senate made on 13th February 2020 on the approval of senators to serve in the Senate Business Committee and pursuant to Standing Orders 184 and 189, the Senate approves the following senators nominated to serve in the Senate Business Committee, in addition to the Speaker of the Senate, who pursuant to Standing Order 184.1 shall be the chairperson of the committee, the Senate Majority Leader, the Senate Minority Leader, the Senate Majority Whip, and the Senate Minority Whip. 1, Senator Fatuma Dulo, CBS MP. 2, Senator Cleophas Malala MP. 3, Senator Beatrice Kwamboka MP. 4, Senator Johnson Sakaja, CBS MP. 5, Senator Gideon Moy, CBS MP. 6, Senator Charles Kibiru MP. And 7, Senator Ledama Olekina MP. As many are of that opinion, say aye. Aye. As many are of a contrary view, say nay. The ayes have it. Next.
Order number 18, motion, approval of senators to serve in the Committee of Powers and Privileges.
Yes. The Speaker, I beg to move the following motion, that notwithstanding the resolution of the Senate made on the 14th February 2018 on the approval of senators to serve in the Committee of Powers and Privileges, and pursuant to Section 15(1)(b) 2 of the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act and Standing Orders 189, the Senate approves the following senators nominated to serve in the Committee of Powers and Privileges, in addition to the Speaker of the Senate, who pursuant to Section 15(1)(b)(1 of the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act shall be the chairperson of the committee. 1, Dr. Alice Milgo, MP. Senator Dr. Alice Milgo, MP. 2, Senator Kimani Wamatangi, MP. 3, Senator Kipchumba Murkomen, EGH, MP. 4, Senator Victor Prengay, MP. 5, Senator Rose Nyamunga, MP. 6, Senator Architect Sylvia Kasanga, MP. The Speaker, again, straightforward. The motion is seeking to approve these to serve in a very important committee of powers and privileges. And so I beg to move, Speaker. Again, I ask Minority Leader to second.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to second, but note that this is one of the very important committees of the House. Normally, we can go through a session without hearing about the Powers and Privileges Committee, but it's a committee which can inquire and determine whether a member has acted contrary to the powers and privileges granted under the normal parliamentary privileges. And also, as you know, certain rights and privileges that we are supposed to enjoy, including the right against
welcome to our 98th briefing. Yesterday, we promised you that we were going to address the issue of home-based care. As you all remember, home-based care is an initiative that we recently launched, and there have been numerous questions, both from yourselves as media houses, but also from the public with regard to how is the program being rolled out, what is the criteria, and so today our briefing will focus heavily on home-based care. It is important to note that the ministry launched the home-based care isolation and care protocols on 10th June 2020. And Kenya is the only country in the region that is implementing this program as one of the case management strategies to combat coronavirus disease. The protocols that have been designed and that are in use in Kenya have been developed in line with the World Health Organization guidelines. The approach of home-based care was arrived at following extensive consultation with various stakeholders with the aim of relieving pressure from our healthcare systems. And this is in consideration that 78% of infected persons are asymptomatic or have mild symptoms which can be managed at home. These guidelines have been developed taking into consideration our local socioeconomic situation, and the guidelines have been translated into Kiswahili, and counties are urged to translate them into local languages. And it is important for Kenyans to note the process of development of these guidelines actually involved a lot of community participation. The Ministry of Health officials and experts were able to engage with the different members in the communities, the village elders, our community-based organizations, to be able to get guidance as to how Kenya can best adopt a home-based care approach, particularly for asymptomatic cases. So ladies and gentlemen, the positive cases that we are now reporting, as you all know, are a result of community transmission. And we are aware now that the disease is firmly within our urban and rural settings. And as of yesterday, 40 out of 47 counties had reported cases of COVID-19, which amounts to about 85% of counties in the country. Nairobi is leading with 2,428 cases, followed with Mombasa with 1,304 cases, followed by Busia and Kajiado, which have had many cases in terms of cross-border truck drivers. And we have the numbers at 361 and 179 cases respectively. The other cases that we've had 155 from Kiambu, Uasin Gishu has had 66, Migori 59, Kilifi 52, Kwale 51, Machakos 44, Nakuru 32, Garissa 25, Taita Taveta 25, Kisumu 20, Mandera 18, Wajir 17. And this information is available for you, articulating the cumulative caseload per county in the country. Mombasa and Nairobi city counties have had the highest infection rate of COVID-19. And we've been able to look at this and define that Mombasa has an attack rate of about 107, whereas Nairobi has about an attack rate of 55. And these statistics are important because it tells us that the risk of transmission, the risk of you getting COVID-19 is higher in Mombasa compared to Nairobi counties. And again, we're working to ensure that we are actually able to define risk per county as we continue going forward. And therefore, from all these statistics, it becomes less tenable to isolate confirmed COVID-19 patients in hospital-based treatment. And therefore, as we roll out the home-based care protocol, it's important to note that we are focusing on our high-burden counties, particularly those that have a high attack rate. And as highlighted, that is Mombasa and Nairobi. We are working with community health workers and volunteers to ensure that we educate our households and our caregivers in this program. And the training, as I've said, is targeted particularly in the high-risk counties, and this is where we will start the rollout of the home-based care protocol. In terms of training, some of you might wonder, what exactly is this training focused on? And the idea is that we're able to go to households, we're able to get in touch with the family members, take them through what it means to be eligible for home-based care. So not every single Kenyan is eligible for home-based care. There's actually a criteria that determines who would be able to be enrolled into the home-based care program. We then review the feasibility. How are you able to actually ensure that the home-based care program is working in your household? And then what are the procedures that need to be in place? How do we monitor? How shall the healthcare worker be able to engage with you to ensure that we're looking after you and your family and ensuring that you're adhering to the home-based care protocols? It is important to know that our training goes further to empower individuals and households with basic knowledge, skills, and competencies to be able to enable them to function as caregivers of COVID-19 patients. And in addition to this, we are utilizing our other community-based structures, such as the Nyumba Kumi initiative and the community health committees, to ensure that there is actually compliance of these protocols. For eligibility, eligible patients for this program are usually assessed by a healthcare worker. And as mentioned and highlighted yesterday by the DG, the first criteria is that you have to be COVID-19 positive. Number two, you have to be asymptomatic. That means you do not have or you do not present with the symptoms ama zile dalili za COVID-19. Or if you have any symptoms, then you have very mild symptoms and you have no underlying medical conditions. Asymptomatic patients are therefore put in this program. And in terms of discharge, how does the discharge criteria look like? Discharge happens at 14 days from the date of the first COVID-19 test. And this must be in line with ensuring that at the point of discharge, this patient does not have any symptoms. So you've been at home for 14 days. We did your first test. It was COVID-19 positive. We've come back at 14 days. We've done a subsequent test, and you're negative, and you have no symptoms. If we have mild symptomatic patients, these ones will only be discharged if they have not developed fever for at least 72 hours. And this is important. As highlighted earlier, we are focusing home-based care on patients who do not have symptoms or those who have mild symptoms. If you have mild symptoms and one of the symptoms you have is fever, raised temperature, then it would mean that you're only discharged from home-based care upon you not recording a fever for 72 hours, and that you're also not on any medication that would be helping suppress your fever. Now, in the event that your condition deteriorates, because we appreciate that, yes, you could be asymptomatic and you're enrolled in the home-based care protocol, and perhaps at some point your condition deteriorates, what actions can you take as a caregiver? One, you call the 719 number. You could also do the text message, and you could also contact your designated healthcare worker, and a process of admission would then ensue from that point. Now, on to our COVID-19 situation. In terms of statistics today, we tested 4,859 samples, of which 254 people tested positive for the virus. Therefore, this brings to total our country caseload to 5,206. The total number of tests conducted thus far cumulatively from the beginning is 151,396,000 tests. All the positive cases are Kenyans, and we have 186 of them as male and 68 as female. And it's important to note the trend continues. Our male patients, our Kenyans, our fathers and brothers continue to be the ones who are highly afflicted with COVID-19. With regard to the 254 positive cases, in terms of county distribution, we have Nairobi having 127, Mombasa having 36, Migori 29, Kajiado 22, Kiambu 12, Busia 9, Uasin Gishu 5, Murang'a 3, Machakos and Kilifi have registered 2 cases, and we have 1 case from Nakuru, Siaya, Taita Taveta, Garissa, Isiolo, Kakamega, and Kisii, all having 1 case. We do also have distribution in terms of sub-county, and I'll highlight some of the key ones. I won't go through to all of them. In Nairobi, from the 127 cases, we now have 32 cases from Westlands. In terms of Dagoretti North, we have 18. Lang'ata has 16. Kamukunji has 14. Embakasi East has 12. In terms of Mombasa, we have 36 cases from Mombasa, of which 11 are from Mvita. Jomvu has 8. Kisauni and Likoni both have 5. And in Migori, the area that has the most caseload would be from Suna East. In Kiambu, of the 12 cases that we've mentioned, most 4 each are from Thika and Kiambu town. In Busia, in terms of the 9 cases, we have 7 from Teso South. In Uasin Gishu, the 5 cases, we have 3 from Ainabakoi, and Tabo and Keses have 1 case each. In Machakos, we have a case in Athi River and 1 in Matungulu. And in Kilifi, we have 2 cases in Rabai and 1 in Kilifi South. We will provide you with this disaggregated case list. What we are noticing is that now the disease is really spreading across all the different wards within the country in terms of the counties that are afflicted. Yesterday, there was a question with regards to the testing in the country in terms of the numbers tested positive out of the cumulative number tested, and we've also provided this information for you today. Again, I won't go through it all, but if we can touch on a few counties. With regards to Busia, in terms of the samples that were collected in the last 24 hours, from Busia, we have about 9 cases that tested positive out of a total of 353. So what this means is that in the last 24 hours, we have a positivity rate in Busia of 3%. I'm going to try and pick out perhaps what we'd have in Nairobi. In Nairobi, we have 127 cases, of which in terms of samples collected, we did 2,484 in Nairobi County. Again, giving us 5% positivity rates in Nairobi. And it is important, and I'm sure we'll ask the DG to expound on what it means in terms of this positivity rate. We have it differing. We have counties such as Kajiado in the last 24 hours having a positivity rate of 15%. I'm sure the question will be, what does that mean for Kajiado? We have counties like Kakamega with 1 positive case out of 5 samples collected, so 20% positivity. We shall highlight to you perhaps during the question and answer session what this means. Ideally, it is a statistic that is useful for us. However, it needs to also be interpreted with caution and in view of looking at other statistical figures, but I'm sure the DG will talk on that. On a positive note, we have discharged 41 patients from various hospitals, bringing the tally of recoveries to 1,823. And our gratitude goes to the healthcare workers for the good work. However, sadly, we've lost 2 more patients to the disease, bringing a total number of those who've succumbed to 130. And our thoughts and prayers are with the families and friends of those who have departed. And as we conclude, we would like to thank our healthcare workers, and in particular our community health volunteers, who are supervising the home-based isolation care program in conjunction with experts in the Ministry of Health, and we thank them for their commitment and dedication. And the success of this program really is pegged on them and the adherence of these protocols. And as highlighted, the protocols are available at the Ministry of Health's website. If you Google www.health.go.ke, you'll be able to see these protocols there, articulating all the measures that need to be taken, how you're able to actually enroll into the program, what the eligibility criteria is, how monitoring and supervision is conducted within the program, how discharge looks like, and what follow-up would also look like upon discharge. And finally, Let us all remember that our first line of defense to beat this virus remains the adherence to the containment measures. And as we all know, these are washing our hands with soap and running water, maintaining physical distance, and wearing of masks when we're in public places. Thank you. Questions?
Hi, my name is Graham Kajila from The Standard. My question is about the home-based care guidelines. Do we have any criteria that could make you stop, like a patient who is at home, is on home-based care, and then you see how they are behaving and you decide that this patient is supposed to go back to hospital? That is apart from developing any serious symptoms. Because I'm asking this because a family member probably could get the disease, and will the family member still be handled as a home-based care patient? And the other question is, how does the number of samples actually mirror the number of people who have been tested? Because I understand you say that we can get samples from the nose and the throat. Those could be 2 samples from one patient. So how many patients exactly, or people exactly, have we tested?
I'm Purity Museo from KBC. My first question, would you kindly elaborate on why Mombasa County has a higher attack rate as compared to other counties? Does it have anything to do with the containment measures? And then you said that 78% of patients are asymptomatic, and WHO again says that these patients cannot transmit this virus. We have over 5,000 cases right now. Who exactly is transmitting this virus? Is it the 12% that is asymptomatic? On the fatalities, lastly, kindly an elaboration on the 130 cases that we have so far. How many lost their lives while receiving treatment, let's say, under critical care, and how many lost their lives while at home?
Nayoma Sampao from NTV. My question is about home-based care. What is the criteria of following up to ensure that the process is effective? Again, South Africa has started testing vaccines. I would like to know what is Kenya's contribution to that?
Okay, I'm Haemba from Ebro TV. My question is, maybe with more than 40 counties so far affected, it actually implies that almost the entire country is affected with this pandemic. Maybe my question is, as Kenya as a country that is actually embedded, that actually embraces the social cultural beliefs, what is the way forward maybe for the cultural beliefs of some of the communities in the country which actually maybe practices certain beliefs in certain periods within the country? The way forward.
Thank you. My name is Ben Kirira from K24 TV. And my first question is on cases of home care patients. We have had claims of home care patients leaving their houses without protection. Are you in a position to confirm or deny this? My second question is on teenage pregnancies. Last briefing yesterday, you mentioned that in a survey conducted last year, you found out that there are 4,000 teenage pregnancies. Also, in a recent briefing, Dr. Patrick Amol mentioned that there are 400,000 teenage pregnancies according to a demographic health survey in 2019. Can you kindly elaborate on that? And lastly, of the 4,859 cases tested in the last 24 hours, I would like to know where do you place these people as they await their results? Do they go home, or do you have a certain isolation facility you keep them as they await their results? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for your questions. I'll start with Graham's question with regards to the criteria for stopping home-based care approach, and I think there have been numerous questions that are tied to this. We have another one regarding the monitoring of home-based care. We have Ben asking whether patients, are walking around in terms of home-based care and how we're monitoring them. And we also have I think those are the main questions touching on home-based care. So yes, indeed, like we said, our protocols, one, were really developed in conjunction with community leaders and with Kenyans themselves. And the team within the ministry was able to engage along with partners. What does it mean to actually have home-based care set up in Kenya, in Nairobi, in Mombasa? How will that work? And what we did is that there was actually a pilot exercise that was undertaken. And through the pilot exercise, we were able to come up with a criteria. And as highlighted, and the DG will expound on this, there's an assessment of who can actually be eligible to home-based care. And part of this eligibility, beyond being positive, is really the feasibility or the ability of you to be able to undertake home-based care. Now, breach of home-based care is actually a breach, one, on your own, health and that of your community, and that we would take seriously. And so patients who are on this home-based care are actually under follow-up, and it's a follow-up process that is tiered. So you have the community supporting and participating in terms of ensuring that there's friendly supervision and enforcement of that. We have looked and tried to define mechanisms of how we can actually identify the households in a particular estate or in a particular village who would be undergoing home-based care. Of course, noting that we do not want to create a situation of stigma when it comes to those who are undergoing home-based care. So it's important to note that this is a program one. It has undergone a pilot evaluation. It is something that we are monitoring as we continue deploying it. It is a program that we are taking extreme caution in terms of deploying it and ensuring that we are actually able to ensure that there is that monitoring and evaluation. And I'll ask the DG upon conclusion here that he elaborates further on this program in terms of the questions asked. There's a very good question regarding the samples, in terms of when we say you have 1,000 and something samples taken, are we taking into account the nasal swab and the oral swab? Yes, so for you to actually be able to undergo, a testing, procedure in terms of COVID-19, you do require those two swabs and samples taken. And remember, as we've highlighted in the past, there are patients who actually would have consumption of, more than one set of swabs and oropharyngeal swabs. But again, I'll ask the DG to highlight on this in terms of sample collection. And if, at the end of the day, I think the question is, when we say we've done, 4,000 tests, are we saying those were 4,000 swabs, oral swabs, 4,000 nasal swabs? And the answer to that would be yes and no, depending, because there are patients who end up having 2, 3, swabbing procedures done at the same time. And remember, it's important, even as you take the swab, you actually conduct the procedure well to be able to get the sample that you're after. And so sometimes there could be discarding of one sample or one swab. With regards to the question in terms of the disease having, affected most counties, yes, it's true. Right now we do have a record of 40, and that's why we've been trying to now share our positivity rate and our attack rates in terms of county distribution. And we've always said there's already community transmission within the country, and if we don't continue adhering to our measures, then the idea is that at the end of it all 47 counties might actually be afflicted. And we've said in the coming days, remember, perhaps we've not reached our peak yet. So our numbers shall continue rising, and this is a situation that we will see evolving. There's a question regarding, from Purity Museo, in terms of why Mombasa, why Nairobi, what is the difference there? And again, an issue that is under study, and it is a function of multiple variables when you look at that. There are certain, perhaps, should I say, variables when it comes to adherence of measures. For Nairobi, we all know one of the reasons why we are one of the high burden counties is because we had our import cases coming here, and that's the same situation in terms of Mombasa. At the beginning of this pandemic, importation started within Nairobi and Mombasa. And it's important to note also, perhaps because of the high mobility, these are rural, these are urban towns that have a lot of activity, high mobility, a lot of contact between individuals, and these are factors that have contributed to those counties having the highest attack rate. Perhaps going forward, the question becomes, how will this attack rate evolve? And could this attack rate actually be a measure of each and every one of us when it comes to containment measures? Because remember, we've told you it's a measure of risk. So if you're in Mombasa and Nairobi, then it is expected that you actually are more, on guard in terms of ensuring that you're adhering to the measures. There is a question on asymptomatic cases, again from Purity Museo. Again, we are trying to study the disease, and I do remember actually at the beginning, of this pandemic, we felt that perhaps caution was necessary in terms of asymptomatic cases. A lot of studies have been undertaken to be able to find out at what point in the disease is an individual actually most, transmittable. At what point of the disease are you shedding the most virus, meaning you're dangerous in that phase of the disease. And right now, the data varies in terms of this. We had indication of, from day 1 to 5. 5 is the day to watch, 5 to 10. This keeps changing in terms of new emerging evidence. But what we want to say is we want to still take caution. Even if you're asymptomatic and you're positive in terms of COVID-19, you still have to adhere to the measures, and you still have to, observe your hand washing, observe your social distancing. There is a question in terms of fatality. Again, the DG will expand on this. What I do know is, at least from yesterday and today, some of the fatalities we have are actually patients who are diabetic and hypertensive. And that's why, as emphasized in past cases, that lifestyle diseases remain to be one of the impediments in terms of the coronavirus disease. And we really, really need to ensure, if you're diabetic, if you're hypertensive, if you're pre-diabetic, ensure that you're actually putting in place measures to protect yourself. And these measures have been highlighted: a healthy diet, good nutrition, ensuring that you're able to, exercise, and then most importantly, that you're actually taking your medication. So that remains important. And DG, perhaps Purity the DG will highlight for you in terms of our most recent fatalities, if those happened at home or in the hospital. We had a very interesting question regarding culture. And perhaps just to expand further, I'm not sure what we were leading on to, but the main thing remains in terms of public health. When you're trying to deploy a public health intervention, the social norms and the culture of a community become very important, because again, as we all know, the community is at the front line in terms of fighting this disease, you and I. And so, of course, it becomes important as we roll out, one, our communication, to take into consideration what societal, cultural norms exist. I am aware that different communities have gone ahead and perhaps put suspensions into some of the activities that usually take place. I did come across, in terms of the media, issues to do with circumcision and the seasons. And perhaps what I'd do is applaud those communities who've taken that bold move to put a pause on some of the cultural practices that we have, so that we can be able to protect, ourselves and the country. And that can be applauded, is applaudable and remarkable that communities can make that move. And this is happening across the world. I'm sure you've seen for Hajj, there's been suspensions in terms of the number of people who can go for for the pilgrimage. And so we are expecting to see modifications in how we really undertake our social and cultural norms. And this is welcome, especially now when community is what matters. So perhaps DG, expanding a bit more on the home-based care protocol and the testing, as well as the fatalities.
Thank you, Madam CS. Let me start with a question on the fatalities. Yes, of the 130 cases that we have reported dead, majority of these people have been people who are over 60 years, and majority of them have been people with other coexisting medical conditions. Initially, especially in Mombasa, in the early stages, we recorded a number of home-based deaths, but because of intensified interventions and behavior change communication led by the Mombasa team, we are recording fewer and fewer community-based deaths. The deaths we report today actually occurred in facilities, one at Kenyatta University Teaching Referral Hospital, and the other one occurred at Avenue Hospital, same as what happened yesterday. So majority of our people are actually going to seek services in a health facility, and for those who have lost their lives, majority of them have lost their lives at the facility level. In terms of the home-based care criteria, of course, number one is that you must have a positive COVID-19 test confirmed on laboratory. You must be asymptomatic, as Madam CS said, and you must not have any coexisting medical condition. We need to review where you live so that you can be able to have space that you can be able to stay during the period of care. This space must be well ventilated, so it must have appropriate aeration. You must have a caregiver who can be able to support you and whom we can be able to train to do very basic things like issue of infection prevention control measures. Of course, for home-based care, you require some PPEs, basic PPEs. You may require a thermometer or the community health volunteer. And toilet facilities, and there should be no other vulnerable person living here. And this therefore means that we place a very high premium on home-based care on the individual and the caregiver to be able to undertake all these interventions. Of course, breach of any home-based care guidelines means we quickly move you to institutional isolation facility. As concerning the testing, yes, we take 2 samples, one deep from your throat through your nose, then the other one through your throat, and all these are treated as one. So even if we take 2 specimens, we treat that as one specimen for assessment. Those are not 2 tests, because the one deep inside your throat is more sensitive in picking the viral particle than the one through your throat. So what we are trying to do is just to ensure that in case you are positive, we don't miss anything. Something that I forgot about home-based care is that monitoring will continue on a day-to-day basis, and we will also have what we call a symptomatology triage, where each and every day the community health volunteer or the healthcare worker will come to ask you certain questions regarding your progress, like whether you have developed a cough in the process of your disease, whether you have any difficulty in breathing, or any other symptoms which may require that now you move from home-based care to institutional isolation. There was a question on the teenage pregnancies. Yes, the correct figure. On an annual basis from the Kenya Demographical Survey of 2019, the number is about 400,000 girls aged 10 to 19 years who get pregnant. But the figure that came from Machakos on further interrogation is actually untrue, because we have gone to our database to mine the figures, and the figure for Machakos as at now is slightly just over 1,000. And as Madam CAS articulated yesterday, when teenagers come for antenatal clinics, this is based on a case-by-case visit rather than a longitudinal profile. So sometimes you may interpret each and every visit like a different teenager coming for assessment. So usually what happens is that total number of ANC cases, antenatal care cases, the teenage pregnancies will just range about a third of that. So if you have 3,000 total antenatal care clients coming in a facility in 1 month, then teenagers could work to just around 1,000. There was another question about vaccine. Yes, Kenya is a member of the global health arena and will play our role appropriately as the vaccine studies continue. Of course, development of vaccines is a process, it's not an event. You need a bit of time, you require lots of resources, and you have credible institutions, including our own KEMRI, which will be part and parcel of this process at a due time when the right procedures and protocols have been addressed. I think that is all that came my way. Thank you.
MP. 4, Senator Dr. Abdullahi Ali Ibrahim, MP. 5, Senator Millicent Omanga, MP. 6, Senator Fred Outa, MP. 7, Senator Beatrice Kwamboka, MP. 8, Senator Professor Samson Ongeri, EGH, MP. 9, Senator Ledama Olekina, MP. G, Committee of Information, Communications and Technology. 1, Senator Gideon Moy, CBS, MP. 2, Senator Bishiro Halake, MP. 3, Senator John Deritu Kinywa, MP. 4, Senator Anwar Loitiptip, MP. 5, Senator Susan Kiika, MP. 6, Senator Enoch Wambua, MP. 7, Senator Petronila Were Lokorio, MP. 8, Senator Isa Juma Boy, MP. And 9, Senator Mercy Jebeni, MP. H, Committee on Justice, Legal Affairs, and Human Rights. 1, Senator Canon Naomi Jilo Wako, MP. 2, Senator Fatuma Dulo, MP. 3, Senator Irungu Kangata, MP. 4, Senator Mohammed Yusuf Hachi, EGH, MP. 5, Senator Johnson Sakaja, CBS, MP. 6, Senator Eric Okongo Mogeni, SC, MP. 7, Senator Amos Sitswila Wako, EGH, SC, FCI, ARB, MP. 8, Senator Kilonso Mutula Jr., MP. And 9, Senator James Orengo, EGH, SC, MP. I, Committee on Labor and Social Welfare. 1, Senator Johnson Sakaja, CBS, MP. 2, Senator Dr. Alice Milko, MP. 3, Senator Paul Mwangi Githiomi, MP. 4, Senator Isaac Mwaura, MP. 5, Senator Susan Giika, MP. 6, Senator Jones Mwaruma, MP. 7, Senator Beatrice Kwamboka, MP. 8, Senator Stewart Masayo, MP. 9, Senator Naomi Shionga Masitsa, MP. J, Committee on Land, Environment, and Natural Resources. 1, Senator Paul Mwangi Githiomi, MP. 2, Senator Philip Bayaye, MP. 3, Senator Njeru Ndwika, EGH, MP. 4, Senator Gideon Moy, CBS, MP. 5, Senator Dr. Lelekwe Tumbesi, MP. 6, Senator George Aniri, MGH, MP. 7, Senator Jones Mwaruma, MP. 8, Senator Architect Sylvia Kasanga, MP. 9, Senator Isa Juma Boy, MP. K, Committee on National Cohesion, Equal Opportunity, and Regional Integration. 1, Senator Christine Zawadi Gona, MP. 2, Senator Dr. Christopher Andrew Langat, MP. 3, Senator Iman Falhada Deko, MP. 4, Senator Dr. Lelekwe Tumbesi, MP. 5, Senator Samson Cherarke, MP. 6, Senator Naomi Shionga Masitsa, MP. 7, Senator Judith Pareno, MP. 8, Senator Mercy Jebeni, MP. 9, Senator Dr. Gertrude Musuruve Inima, MP. L, Committee on National Security, Defense, and Foreign Relations. 1. Senator Mohammed Haji Yusuf, EGH MP. 2. Senator Wario Kolich Juma MP. 3. Senator Engineer Mohammed Mohamud, CBS MP. 4. Senator Fatuma Dulo, CBS MP. 5. Senator Mithika Linturi, MP. 6. Senator Fred Outa, MP. 7. Senator Beatrice Kwamboka, MP. 8. Senator Judith Pareno, MP. And 9. Senator Moses Masika Wetangula, EGH MP. M. Committee on Tourism, Trade and Industrialization. 1. Senator Dr. Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, CBS MP. 2. Senator CPA Faria Haji MP. 3. Senator Philip Mbaye MP. 4. Senator Professor Kithure Kindiki, EGH MP. 5. Senator Wario Kolich Juma MP. 6. Senator Dr. Gertrude Musurube Inima MP. 7. Senator Dr. Agnes Zane, CBS MP. And 8. Senator Masi Jebeni MP. And 10. Senator Mohammed Faki MP. 9 is Senator Mohammed Faki MP. N. Committee on Roads and Transportation. 1. Senator Kimani Wamatangi MP. 2. Senator Engineer Mohammed M. Mohamud, CBS MP. 3. Senator Engineer Harukura Kodana MP. 4. Senator Christine Zawadi Gona MP. 5. Senator Mithika Linturi MP. 6. Senator Architect Sylvia Kasanga MP. 7. Senator Eric Ogongo Mogeni, SC MP. And 8. Senator Enoch Wambua MP. And 9. Senator Moses Kachwang MP. Yes, Whip.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise just to support this motion by alerting members that we endeavored to do two things. One, ensure equity. There's no senator who has more than 3 committees, and also ensure every senator has at least 2 and others have 3. And also, this is a unity list. We did not really take into account our various other issues, and therefore we would urge you to support the new team, the new reorganized system, because we do not discriminate, notwithstanding other maybe differing opinions we may have concerning other matters. We endeavored to take into account academic credentials of each and every senator. It is our firm belief that every senator who is with us in this house is duly elected, is competent, and can perform his work very well. And we shall have other opportunities when we come to ad hoc committees, other areas. We want to move as a team as we forge forward. Thank you.
I don't see any other contribution, so I will put the question. Honorable Senators, that notwithstanding the resolution of the Senate made on the 14th December 2017, 14th February 2018, 21st February 2018, 21st November 2018, 20th March 2019, 19th June 2019, and on 28 April 2020, on the approval of senators to serve in various standing committees of the Senate, and pursuant to Standing Orders 189, 218 and the second schedule of the standing orders, the Senate approves the following senators nominated by the Senate Business Committee to serve in the standing committees of the Senate as follows. A, Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, and Fisheries. 1, Senator Njeru Ndwika, EGH MP. 2, Senator Canon Naomi Wako MP. 3, Senator Kipchumba Murkomen, EGH MP. 4, Senator Dr. Michael Mbito MP. 5, Senator Engineer Ephraim Maina MP. 6, Senator Enoch Wambua MP. And 7, Senator Stewart Masaya MP. 8, Senator Isa Jumaboy MP. And 9, Senator Boniface Kabaka MP. B, Committee on Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations. 1, Senator Anwar Loitiptip MP. 2, Senator Victor Brengay MP. 3, Senator Kipchumba Murkomen, EGH MP. 4, Senator Isaac Mwaura, CBS MP. 5, Senator Aaron Cheruiyot MP. 6, Senator Moses Kachwang MP. 7, Senator Cleophas Malala MP. 8, Senator Rose Nyamunga MP. And 9, Senator Boniface Kabaka MP. C, Committee on Education. 1, Senator Dr. Alice Milko MP. 2, Senator Professor Kithure Kindiki, EGH MP. 3, Senator Falhada Deko MP. 4, Senator Mary Seneta MP. 5, Senator Mwangi Githiomi MP. 6, Senator Dr. Gertrude Musuruve Inima MP. 7, Senator Fred Outa MP. 8, Senator Dr. Agnes Zani, CBS MP. 8, Senator Professor, 8, Senator Dr. Agnes Zani, CBS MP, and 9 is Senator Professor Imana Malaki Ekal MP. D, Committee on Energy. 1, Senator Engineer Ephraim Maina MP. 2, Senator Victor Brengay MP. 3, Senator Shiro Halake MP. 4, Senator John Deritu Kinywa MP. 5, Senator Dr. Christopher Andrew Langat MP. 6, Senator Professor Imana Malaki Ekal MP. 7, Senator Ledama Olekina MP. 8, Senator Cleophas Malala MP. And 7, Senator Petrolina Were Lokorio MP. E, Committee on Finance and Budget. 1, Senator Charles Kibiru MP. 2, Senator Kimani Wamatangi MP. 3, Senator Aaron Cheruiyot MP. 4, Senator C.P. Faria Haji MP. 5, Senator Millicent Omanga MP. 6, Senator Dr. Ochilo Ayako, EGH MP. 7, Senator Moses Masika Wetangula, EGH MP. 8, Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr. MP. And 9, Senator Rose Nyamunga MP. F, Committee on Health. 1, Senator Dr. Michael Mbito MP. 2, Senator Mary Seneta MP. 3, Senator Beth Mugo, EGH MP. 4, Senator Dr. Abdullahi Ali Ephraim MP. 5, Senator Millicent Omanga MP. 6, Senator Fred Outa MP. 7, Senator Beatrice Kwamboka MP. 8, Senator Professor Samson Ongeri, EGH MP. and 9, Senator Ledama Olekina MP. G, Committee on Information, Communication, and Technology. 1, Senator Gideon Moy, CBS MP. 2, Senator Abishiro Halake MP. 3, Senator John Deritu Kinywa MP. 4, Senator Anwar Laitiptip MP. 5, Senator Susan Kihiga MP. 6, Senator Enoch Wambua MP. 7, Senator Petronila Were Lokorio MP. 8, Senator Isa Jumaboy MP. 9, Senator Mercy Chebeni MP. H, Committee on Justice, Legal Affairs, and Human Rights. 1, Senator Canon Naomi Gilo Wako MP. 2, Senator Fatuma Dulo MP. 3, Senator Irungu Kangata MP. 4, Senator Mohammed Yusuf Haji EGH MP. 5, Senator Johnson Sakaja CBS MP. 6, Senator Eric Okongo Mogeni SC MP. 7, Senator Amos Sitswila Wako EGH SC FCI ARB MP. 9, Senator Kilonzo Mutula Jr. MP. And 8, Senator Kilonzo Mutula Jr. MP. And 9, Senator James Orengo EGH SC MP. I, Committee on Labor and Social Welfare. 1, Senator Johnson Sakaja CBS MP. 2, Senator Dr. Alice Milko MP. 3, Senator Paul Mwangi Githiomi MP. 4, Senator Isaac Mwaura MP. 5, Senator Susan Kihika MP. 6, Senator Jones Mwaruma MP. 7, Senator Beatrice Kwamboka MP. 8, Senator Stewart Matsayo MP. And 9, Senator Naomi Shionga Masitsa MP. Yep, you can take. J, Committee on Land, Environment, and Natural Resources. 1, Senator Paul Mwangi Githiomi MP. 2, Senator Philip Mbayae MP. 3, Senator Njeru Ndwiga EGH MP. 4, Senator Gideon Moy CBS MP. 5, Senator Dr. Lelekwe Tumbesi MP. 6, Senator George Aniri MGH MP. 7, Senator Jones Mwaruma MP. 8, Senator Architect Sylvia Kasanga MP. And 9, Senator Isa Juma Boy MP. K, Committee on National Cohesion, Equal Opportunity, and Regional Integration. 1, Senator Christine Zawadi Gona MP. 2, Senator Dr. Christopher Andrew Langat MP. 3, Senator Iman Falhada Teko MP. 4, Senator Dr. Lelekwe Ntumbesi MP. 5, Senator Samson Jerarge MP. 6, Senator Naomi Shionga Masitsa MP. 7, Senator Judith Pareno MP. 8, Senator Mercy Chebeni MP. And 9, Senator Dr. Gertrude Musuruve Inima MP. L, Committee on National Security, Defense, and Foreign Relations. 1, Senator Mohammed Haji Yusuf EGH MP. 2, Senator Wario College Juma MP. 3, Senator Engineer Mohammed M. Mohamud CBS MP. 4, Senator Fatuma Dulo CBS MP. 5, Senator Mithika Lenduri MP. 6, Senator Fred Outa MP. 7, Senator Beatrice Kwamboka MP. 8, Senator Judith Pareno MP. 9, Senator Moses Masika Wetangula EGH MP. M, Committee on Tourism, Trade and Industrialization. 1, Senator Dr. Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, CBS MP. 2, Senator CPA Faria Haji, MP. 3, Senator Philip Mbayaye, MP. 4, Senator Professor Kithure Kindiki, EGH, MP. 5, Senator Wario Kolich, Juma, MP. 6, Senator Dr. Gertrude Musurube Inima, MP. 7, Senator Dr. Agnes Zani, CBS, MP. 8, Senator Mercy Jebeni, MP. And 9, Senator Mohammed Faki, MP. N, Committee on Roads and Transportation. 1, Senator Kimani Wamatangi, MP. 2, Senator Engineer Mohammed M. Mohamud, CBS, MP. 3, Senator Engineer Harkura Kodana, MP. 4, Senator Christine Zawadi Gona, MP. 5, Senator Mithika Linturi, MP. 6, Senator Architect Sylvia Kasanga, MP. And 7, Senator Eric Okongo Mogeni, SC, MP. 8, Senator Enoch Wambua, MP. And 9, Senator Moses Kajwang, MP. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary say nay? The ayes have it. Yeah. Okay, honorable senators, that brings us to the end of the reconstitution of the committees, and has been said by the leader of majority, leader of minority, and the whip. The reconstitution of the committee really puts a responsibility in the hands of the members, and I want to urge members to reconstitute their committees as fast as possible, so that they move fast to get their chairs and their vice chairs, and then business shall continue even during the recess that we are expecting from today. With those remarks, I am consulting on the next order. Do we have the numbers? Whip, can you approach the desk? Whip. Do you think we'll mobilize? Yeah, while the whips are mobilizing, I would like to ask the leader of majority to give us the statement on the program of the week. Leader of majority.
Order number 7, statements.
Yes. We'll start the statements with the statement pursuant to Standing Order 52-1 from the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Pursuant to Standing Order 52-1, I hereby present to the Senate the business of the House for Tuesday, 7th July 2020. On Tuesday, 7th July 2020, the Senate Business Committee will meet to schedule the business of the Senate On that day, 7 July 2020, the Senate will consider bills scheduled for second reading and those at the committee of the whole stages. The Senate will also continue with consideration of business that will not be concluded in today's order paper, including motion, petitions, and statements. Madam Speaker, a total of 19 bills are due for second reading and another 23 bills are at the committee of the whole stage. The Senate Business Committee will prioritize these bills accordingly. I urge respective standing committees to expeditiously conclude consideration of the bills and table reports pursuant to the standing orders. I also urge respective movers of the bills and movers of amendments to be in the House whenever the bills are scheduled to facilitate speedy consideration and smooth transition to the next stage. In today's order paper, 6 bills at the committee of the whole stage are pending for division. The bills are number 1, Pandemic Response and Management Bill, Senate Bill number 6 of 2020. Number 2, the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 38 of 2018. Number 3, the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 9 of 2019. Number 4, the National Assembly Amendments to the Office of the County Attorney Bill, Senate Bill number 3 of 2018. Number 5, the National Assembly Amendments to the Petition to County Assemblies Procedure Bill, Senate Bill number 22 of 2018. And number 6, the National Assembly Amendments to the County Early Childhood Education Bill, Senate Bill number 26 of 2018. I take this opportunity to urge all senators to avail themselves for the voting process so that the House dispenses with the bills and move on the next stage. There are also several bills scheduled in today's order paper for second reading. I request the respective movers of the bills to accordingly avail themselves. Madam Speaker, critical business still remains relating to financial matters, namely the third basis for revenue sharing among county governments and county allocation of revenue bill. I urge the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget to expedite consideration of the business and to table reports pursuant to standing orders. Honorable Senators will agree with me that delay in speedy resolution of these two crucial business will have a negative impact on planning, budgeting, and operations of county government for financial year 2020-21. Madam Speaker, pursuant to Standing Orders 28 and 29, the Senate will proceed on a 2 weeks recess today, 24th June 2020, and resume sitting on Tuesday, 7 July 2020. I take this opportunity to commend all the senators for the wonderful job that we have been able to accomplish during the first and second parts of the Senate calendar, more so the business relating to the prevailing COVID-19 situation in the country. I particularly thank the ad hoc committee on the COVID-19 situation in Kenya for having kept the matter alive in the Senate and for tabling 7 progress reports, 6 of which have been adopted by the Senate, and for developing and introducing the Pandemic Response and Management Bill, which is now at the committee of the whole stage. Madam Speaker, I thank you and hereby lay the statement on the table of the Senate. I thank you.
Thank you, Senator. The next statement. I want to go back to statements under 48.1. And bear in mind, we'll interrupt if the whips succeed in whipping members. The first statement will be skipped because it's supposed to be from the Senator of Kakamega, who is chairing the impeachment committee. Number 2 is Senator Shiro Alake, also in the same committee. Number 3 is same faith, that's Senator Malala. The fourth one is from Senator Beatrice Kwamboka, also in the same committee. That affects 4 and 5. The number 6 is Senator of Nandi, Senator Samson Cherarkey. Senator Cherarkey. Cherarkey was around, and he actually has 2 statements to seek. Okay. Honorable Senators, I do not think the Senator Cherarkey is very close by, so I think we defer the 2 statements. Honorable Senators, I would like to then announce the changes on the order paper. The orders number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, and number 15. We shall only come back to those if the whips are able to complete their mobilization. So in the meantime, we have finished 16, 17, up to 21. So we will go to number 22, the prompt payment bill. Senate Bills number 3 of 2020 by Senator CBF Faria Haji, MP, who was interrupted by the close of the day yesterday when she was moving. So Senator Faria, you may continue. You have a balance of 47 minutes.
Order number 22, the prompt payment bill, Senate Bill number 3 of 2020, second reading.
Okay, Senators, following consultations, the bill on order number 22 was co-sponsored, was a co-sponsored bill between Senator Faria Haji and Senator Sakaja Johnson, who had requested to second yesterday. So we'll defer that. And then I would like also to announce that order number 23 is deferred because of the same absence of Senator Sakaja. Senator Mwaruma, are you in the room? Nope. So we defer order 24. Senator Bishiro Alake is in the next, is in the committee. Senator Rose Nyamunga is not in, so we defer that. We also defer the sectional bill, sectional properties bill. Order number 27 is also deferred. So the next order, please.
Order number 28, the Community Health Services Bill, Senate Bill number 5 of 2020, second reading.
What's your point of order, Senator Faria?
Madam Speaker, as I had informed you, the bill was co-sponsored, and the co-sponsor is now here. Can I go ahead with it? I again ask for your indulgence, Madam Speaker. I thank you.
Honorable Senators, this is a very special day, it looks like. Very, very special day, but I want to thank Senator Zani. Please take your seat, Senator Zani. I know the leader of minority, no, the whip had requested to go and whip Cherargei, and I'm informed that Cherargei works on 3 instead of 2 these days. And has just landed in the floor. So really, I beg you, I beg that you allow me to go back to statements so that we finish the last 2 statements, which were Cherargei statements, and then we proceed from there. Senator Cherargei. And Senator Cherargei, when you are on 3, you start your journey earlier than those who are on 2. Looks like 3 does not help. It doesn't increase speed. Thank you, Senators. So let's allow Senator Cherargei. He was in the extension, and I was fight from the extension. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for that indulgence, and my apologies. My apologies for being far from because of the other chamber. Request for statement on the status of mining operations at Kerebe Gold Mine Company in Tindred constituency, Nandi County. Madam Speaker, I rise pursuant to standing order 48-1 to seek the statement from the Standing Committee on Environment and Natural Resources on the status of operation at the Kerebe Gold Mine Company Limited in Nandi. In the statement, the committee should, 1, state the status of licensing and lease renewal of Kerebe Gold Mine Company Limited in light of the recent court ruling on the matter between the owners of the land, the local community, and the company management. 2, explain why the Ministry of Petroleum and Mining has failed to ensure that the issues raised in petition to the Senate in 2018 are addressed accordingly before pushing for the renewal of the lease with the company. 3, state why the operations of the mining company have continued to be done in secrecy against the wishes and the interest of the community and employees, hence creating unnecessary conflict. 4th, explain why the Ministry of Petroleum and Mining is not willing to respect the wishes of the owners of the land in respect to lease renewal and the community in respect to corporate social responsibility through what we call, Madam Speaker, Community Development Agreement Committee members under the Mining Act of 2015. Finally, Madam Speaker, state why the ministry has not put in place appropriate regulations and guidelines in line with Mining Act of 2015 with regard to managing the relations between the company, the landowner, and the community. Madam Speaker, just a comment is that I've already, when we were in Senate Mashinani, Madam Speaker, in your county, I did raise this petition. Up to now, Madam Speaker, I want to bring your attention that the Committee on Land Resources, Natural Resources and Land have not acted on this petition that we did submit in 2018, Madam Speaker, when we were in Senate Mashinani at your county in Wazingishu in Eldoret town. So, Madam Speaker, I would request that this thing be fast-tracked because it has stalled for some time, and the people of Chemelil, Chemase, and the landowner have continued to suffer. And I know most colleagues here, especially from the coastal region, are well conversant with issues of mining and many challenges that face mining in this country, Madam Speaker. So I'm requesting for that statement and on the follow-up of the petition that we raised in 2018 on Senate Mashinani, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Mbogo George Ochila Yako.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to support this statement and applaud Senator Cherargei for raising this matter. Madam Speaker, the only wealth God gives us away from life is natural resources. Other resources we may acquire out of other advantages. So natural resources that you find where you reside is a gift from God, must be shared equitably, and must be developed for the welfare of the people who live there. The Bible in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 28 is very clear on this. Man and woman are given dominance over the universe to use it well and for the prosperity of mankind. So this is a factor that we must always guard jealously. Madam Speaker, chapter 1, verse 28, for my good brother Johnson. Sakaja, the super senator. In Migori, we are mineral wealthy, particularly in the county of Nyatike, in the county of Kuria, in the county, sub-counties of Nyatike, sub-county of Kuria West and East, sub-county of Suna West, sub-county of Rongo, and sub-county of Awendo. We have gold, we have copper. Madam Speaker, there are some people whose identity and race is very suspicious. Some Chinese look-alike people who are so many in Migori County and are mining our wealth. We don't know how they get license to do that. We don't know what they give us in return. We just find them there. And Madam Speaker, those who know will recall that last year, there were incidents of violence where equipment were burnt out of this conflict. This year, there were other further incidents of violence in Nyatike sub-county where a whole family comprising many persons were arrested. So, Madam Speaker, I want to ask, and in support of Senator Cherargei, how does the Ministry of Petroleum and Mining issue licenses and generate that kind of conflict? We don't need conflict in this country. How do they ensure that communities are considered, they benefit, and people who are surreptitious and unknown do not come and exploit what God has given to us and has been repeated in the book of Genesis? And thirdly, Madam Speaker, why is that particular ministry opening up mining activities, particularly the raw aspect of it, to foreigners? Mining can be done by any of us who has strong arms like Cherargei. Unfortunately, right now he has 3 legs. But remember, President Reagan talked about some chicken in Oklahoma that had 3 legs and were running so fast nobody would ever catch them. So I hope he finds out how the Oklahoma chicken were running. So, Madam Speaker, how
Point of information from Cherargei. Do you need information?
Absolutely. He is my brother and he has raised this concern that I share with him very, very enthusiastically.
I agree, Madam Speaker, I agree that us, Nandi County and Migori, are facing similar problems, and it looks like the Ministry of Mining have decided to work with these corrupt investors. I want to confirm to him that, truth be said, the owner of Kerebe Gold Mine is a man called David May. He is a foreigner, and people who run there are all of them foreigners. So I want to just confirm to him that point of information.
Thank you. Yeah. Continue.
Madam Speaker, I want this specific committee to come and tell this House through the relevant, the relevant committee to come and tell this House what attraction, what affinity, what love affair do they have with these foreigners? Why do they prefer foreign investors instead of having local investors who are appreciative of the need to share this wealth with the locals, the need to observe environmental concerns, and the need to have what is called social corporate responsibility, so that we are in consonance with what Quran says and the Bible says, that yes, we are given a dominance over the universe, but we must use it responsibly and for posterity. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Inima Musurube.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. And I want to congratulate Senator Cherargei for coming up with this statement. And for sure, Honorable Speaker, I wanted to, in fact, it needs to come out clearly on the floor of this House that yes, we have resources. Some resources are man-made. Some resources are just, natural, a gift from God. But in a situation where resources are a gift from God, it is unfortunate that if that resource is found on your land, people will come from nowhere, just take the resources, and sometimes people end up, the owners of the land end up being very poor, helpless, and they languish in poverty. Yet others come to exploit the resources that are on their land. And I want to state also clearly that land is a factor of production. And being a factor of production, if Kenyans have resources on their land and the resources are natural, then they should not languish in poverty. This issue that Senator Cherargei has brought here is not new in this Senate, because it has also happened in Kakamega County, where you find that the issue of gold mining has been there from since time immemorial, around the 1930s, but who benefits? The locals do not benefit. You find that there's still, the levels of poverty are still very high in Kakamega, and it is also unfortunate that Cherargei has brought out this issue that the landowners in this gold mine do not benefit at all, but they're exploited. We should ensure that exploitation of people is minimized or is at zero minimum. There's need for people to benefit from the resources that come from from the God-given resources that come from their land. A certain percentage of amount of money that comes from these resources should go to the family, should go to the locals, and the locals need to benefit in a situation where there are natural resources in on their land. So I want to say, Honorable Speaker, that we must see how to protect Kenyans, and we must see also how to ensure that when natural resources are identified, among our local people, let the benefactors, let the beneficiaries be the local people. There's no need of having now people from abroad, foreigners coming to now exploit, the locals when resources are there. So, Honorable Speaker, this is an issue that should be treated with the seriousness that it deserves. And I thank Senator Cherargei for bringing out this issue. It should not only be looked at from his county, but all the counties where there are natural resources. Let also the locals benefit. Let employment be there, because you'll find sometimes where such issues, such natural resources are there, you'll still find that sometimes youths are idle. They don't have jobs. Men and women, men, women and children are languishing in poverty. You also still find that there are children who are not able to go to school, and yet there's a big factory. The natural resources have been discovered. So corporate social responsibility should be embraced heavily by those who are able to utilize these resources, and the locals also need to be provided with employment, because we cannot just sit as we see our own people being exploited. We cannot just see when, watch and see that natural resources are available, yes, but the huge money, the huge chunk of money is being taken by foreigners. No, there is no way anyone from here will go to America, get natural resources, and run with the idea. It can never happen. So in Africa also, in Kenya also, we have to protect our own. We have to ensure that the riches that we get, the riches that are God-given, we utilize. As we thank God, we see our children going to school. We see also development in our areas, so that we also have a reason to thank God, Honorable Speaker. Senator Ochilo has just talked about, man, domineering the earth. It is something that is natural. It is even in the Bible that we actually have to dominate. And in dominating, it does not mean connote being exploited. This exploitation of our own should come to an end. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. I support this statement, and I believe that the committee that will deal with this issue will do justice to the people of Eldoret, to the people of Kakamega, and anywhere else where natural resources are available. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Okay, Senator Zani Agnes Philomena.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and thank you to Senator Cherargei for bringing this statement. I do remember when he raised it when we were at Senate Mashinani, and I think I remember also contributing. So I think it is a sad state of affairs that has not been addressed. And I think despite various attempts that have been made, at legislation to ensure that this is sorted. We know of the efforts that we made here as a house and also from the National Assembly. And when a statement like this is brought about the status of operations at Karebe Gold Mine in Nandi County, as has been said by other speakers, yes, it also really affects all the other counties that also have natural resources. In the Committee of Natural Resources, we did not find any single county that did not have natural resources. I think the delinking comes because the mining bill, actually it's an act now, I think it was put into an act. The legislative proposal or the legislative law that is operational has not given a systematic, functional, and applicable way of involving the community. That particular act goes on to give even the proportions, for example, for beneficiary sharing, which would help to address the issues that are raised in this particular statement, but the specific way to go about it. For example, if it isn't done, who interacts with the investors? Who are the members of the community who are the frontliners in addressing the issue? Those committees have not been put into place specifically to empower communities, both at the county level and at the community level. And these would be the ones who would be frontliners, including members of the community who are elders, who are respected members, who understand what is going on in terms of mining, in terms of extraction of any natural resource, that they would be the frontline ones to be able to do that. The relevant legislation has not, in effect, put that particular connection in place. And I think, okay, I'm happy to be informed. Thank you.
Okay, point of information, Senator Ayako.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'm very happy with the contribution of Dr. Zani regarding the need to legislate. The general Grundnorm is that public participation of communities must be there. It is found in the Constitution. The general principle is that government at national level and county level, and this is government at national level, is the trustee of people's interest. In fact, government exercises this authority on behalf of the people and must do so without even waiting for the people to be organized. So I wanted to inform my sister that in spite of the absence of specific and prescriptive legislation, the Grundnorm of this nation, which is the Constitution, obligates a government to act in the best interest of citizens of this country in preference to any busybody or any foreigner. So there is already a constitutional decree, but I think for reasons that we do not know, that ministry is trying to give preference to some other people who don't live here, who don't die here. They take it away and disappear to borders we do not know. And if you go there, my sister, you will be thrown back to this country empty-handed. Thank you.
Thank you. Continue, Senator.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And Senator Achilo Ayako's comments actually strengthen the point I'm saying. I'm not saying that there is no system in place. I'm not saying that we don't have the government in place, but I'm just pointing out a specific area where if we had that specific legislation would help. It is a fact that that aspect of legislation is missing in the mining, because I remember I engaged with the mining bill at the time when it was a bill, and that was a component that would have helped. We earlier on this afternoon talked about public participation. Yes, it is entrenched in the Constitution, it is entrenched in the laws, but we have issues in terms of the way it is actually actualized. So we still find that specific gap, Madam Speaker, is there. And I think when that voice, especially, an organized voice, an empowered voice, if that voice is able to speak clearly, adequately, and be able to have a point of engagement, I think that would help. But I think specifically to the statement, I think I just want to say I support this statement. I think we need a real commitment about when the answer to this question about operations of Karebe Gold Mine in Nandi are actually going to be laid out bare. I think Senator Cherargei needs to go to that place where the committee is holding this session and be able to further scrutinize the issues, because I think this is a very general on operations. Operations are so broad, so there must be some nitty-gritty details in there. And it's at that committee where you can ask for specifications for those specific nitty-gritty issues so that they're brought to light and you're able to get the answer to this. I think it should also be public so that the people of Nandi who you have raised this statement on their behalf can also begin to get the answers and begin to understand what may be happening. Because for many generations, people feel that these are our natural resources and they want to be able to feel a part and parcel of those natural resources. That is natural. There's nothing you can do about removing that feeling from them. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Mary Yane.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for also giving me a chance to add my voice on this very important statement. Issues of mining, minerals, mining is a cross-cutting issue in almost all counties. Madam Speaker, this very important statement touches on three important components. The component of public participation is a constitutional matter that needs to really be looked into. Madam Speaker, when an investment is taking place in a county or in a certain place, public participation is very, very important, because the people who live there needs to know the social, the economic, and the environmental impact of an investment of that kind. And in most cases, this mining is done and left to the place with a lot of dangers. Most of these mines leave the environment in a very pathetic situation. Most of them, they leave very deep holes that are not covered, which are very, very disastrous to the community. And therefore, public participation is very, very important so that the public, the citizens, can be able to know what exactly is going to benefit them, what exactly are they going to do, what impact on environment is going to be there, and how the community is going to handle. Madam Speaker, the issue of the local content, what the local community benefits, I think it is something that we have deeply discussed in this House, and therefore in this particular case, the committee that is going to handle this must scrutinize, look at what is the community benefiting from this particular investor. The issue of liens renewal is another very sensitive matter. People and companies and ministries also go behind the community and renew some licenses that are already expiring, and most of the time the community is not brought on board to even express their interest whether the liens can be renewed or not. And therefore the county government plus the national government must look at this liens renewal must be looked at before a company is given a liens renewal. Most of the time, a company will have stayed for many, many years, 99 years, and doing nothing to the community, causing a lot of pollution to the community, and therefore renewing for them a liens again is very, very mistreating to the community concerned. And so I support this statement, and I want to call upon this committee to really see how they can involve most of us who are interested in this matter. This this is a very important matter to many of us because of the implementation of even the Mining Act. We currently have a new Energy Act, a new Petroleum Act, and the issue of local content, the percentage that goes to the communities and counties should be seen having been practiced and implemented in whatever kind of investments that are taken or are carried out in those communities. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Yes, Senator Mwinyi Haji Mohamed Faki.
Asante Madam Speaker kwa kunipa fursa hii kuchangia taarifa iliyoletwa bungeni na Senator Cherargei. Mheshimiwa Speaker, masuala ya rasilimali za nchi na maeneo ambayo zipo ni swala nyeti sana katika nchi yetu kwa sasa, kwa vile tumeona kwamba rasilimali nyingi ambazo ziko katika nchi yetu hazifaidi wale wananchi ambao wako katika maeneo yale ambayo zinatoka rasilimali kama hizi. Tumezungumziwa mambo ya Nandi, tumezungumziwa mambo ya Migori, Kakamega ambako kuna madini, hata Turkana ambako majuzi kulikuwa na madini ya mafuta ya petroli ambao mpaka sasa sidhani kama kaunti ile ya Turkana imeweza kufaidi kwa njia yoyote. Kule kwetu Pwani, Mheshimiwa Speaker, rasilimali kubwa tuliopewa ni bahari. Na bahari ile inatoa uvuvi, bahari ile inatoa sehemu ambazo tumejenga bandari, lakini bandari mpaka sasa Mheshimiwa Speaker haijafaidi wa Pwani kisawasawa vile ambavyo tulikuwa tunatarajia. Mheshimiwa Speaker, majuzi tu tulileta taarifa hapa bungeni kulalamika kwamba utendakazi wa bandari unahamishwa sasa kupelekwa Naivasha. Na hili ni swala ambalo linahusiana na rasilimali za maeneo ambazo mpaka sasa hazifaidi wale ambao wanakaa maeneo yale. Mheshimiwa Speaker, tulitarajia kwamba wakati tumepata serikali za ugatuzi, serikali hizi zitakuwa mbele katika kuhakikisha kwamba zile leseni zinatolewa kwa wale ambao wawekezaji wanaokuja kutafuta madini yale, zitapa nafasi ya kwanza wale wananchi wanaokaa maeneo yale. Lakini yote imekuwa ni ndoto, kwa sababu wengi wanaopata hizi leseni wanapewa Nairobi, na wakifika katika kaunti zetu wengi huwa ni washirika ama ni wandani wa magavana na wale wakubwa wengine katika kaunti zile, ambapo rasilimali zinakwenda kwa wachache na wengi wanaendelea kudhalilika na kupata shida. Mheshimiwa Speaker, swala hili limeangeziwa pia katika katiba. Tukiangalia katika kifungu cha 66 kinachozungumzia matumizi ya ardhi na rasilimali, ambapo imesemekana kwamba dola inaweza kutoa mwongozo wa matumizi ya ardhi ama chochote kilichoko ndani ya ardhi ile kwa masuala ya usalama, public safety, usalama wa umma, public order, public morality, public health, na vile vile pia matumizi ya ardhi ile. Na imesemekana hapa kwamba bunge litaleka sheria ya kuhakikisha kwamba rasilimali ama uwekezaji katika mali kama hizi zinafaidisha wakazi ama wenyeji na uchumi wao katika maeneo yale. Kwa hivyo hapa inamaanisha kwamba bunge lilikuwa litoe sheria ya kuhakikisha kwamba rasilimali kama hizi, kama vile dhahabu, kama vile bahari na madini yoyote mengine ambayo yako, yatakuwa yanafaidisha jamii zilizoko sehemu zile pamoja na uchumi wao. Kwa sasa tunaona Mheshimiwa Speaker, watu wa Nandi wanalalamika, watu wa Migori wanalalamika, watu wa Taita Taveta, ambapo zamani hayati mzee Jomo Kenyatta alipotembea Taita aliwaambia Wataita ambao ni shemegi zake seneta Nairobi Seneta Sakaja kwamba Wataita wamekalia uchumi, na ni kwamba alimaanisha wakati huo kwamba kuna madini mengi katika eneo la Taita ambalo Wataita hawajaweza kuyatafuta na kuhakikisha kwamba yanasaidia uchumi wa maeneo yale. Kwa Mheshimiwa Speaker, taarifa hii ni muhimu sana kwa sababu inagusia sehemu zote za nchi, hata kule ambako labda hakuna rasilimali za madini kama hizi. Kuna rasilimali za mifugo, kuna rasilimali za wanyama pori ambao wanaweza kusaidia kuinua hali ya uchumi ya wananchi pamoja na kaunti zile ambazo zinahusika. Kwa hivyo kamati husika, Mheshimiwa Spika, lazima iangalie swala hili kwa ndani zaidi ili kuhakikisha kwamba haturegei tena hapa kuzungumzia swala hili ambalo ni swala ambalo limekuwa donda sugu kabla ya uhuru, kwa sababu wakati tukipigania uhuru tulikuwa tunapigania rasilimali. Wale walikuwa katika mashamba ya White Highlands ilikuwa wanapigania mashamba ambazo ni rasilimali zao. Wale ambao tulikuwa katika pwani tulikuwa tunapigania uchumi wa watu wa pwani ili uweze kuimarika na kuenuka. Lakini sasa karibu miaka 60 ya uhuru tunalalamika na tunaendelea kulalamika wakati tuna katiba ambayo inaweza tusaidia sisi kuhakikisha kwamba dhulma kama hizi za kihistoria zimeweza kuwekewa kikomo na wananchi wanapata faida na mali na rasilimali ambazo ziko katika maeneo yao. Asante Mheshimiwa Spika.
Finally, Senator Sakaja Johnson Other.
Madam Speaker, when Senator George Mbogo Chiloayako was speaking, I was reminded of the words written by the Apostle Luke. Luke wrote the book of Acts, and in the book of Acts 17:11 he talks about the Bereans, and he says the Berean Jews were of more noble character than those in Thessalonica, for they received the message with great eagerness, but examined the scriptures to see if what Paul said was true. So when Senator Ochilo quoted Genesis, I asked, are you sure? And I was able to, like the Bereans, examine the scriptures. And indeed, Madam Speaker, it is true. In Genesis 1:28, there is a decree. God blessed them and said unto them, be fruitful, increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground. And that is true. Madam Speaker, Senator Musuruve, when she was speaking, reminds me of the land where my great-grandfather and grandmother are buried, and my grandfather and grandmother and other ancestors, in a village called Bushangala in Kakamega, Ikolomani. Ikolomani got its name from the word gold mine. And in around 1935, Madam Speaker, a rosterman mined the area for 17 years and got gold worth 4 billion, Madam Speaker. But if you go to Bushangala, if you go to Isulu, if you go to many areas in Ikolomani, starting from Sigalagala coming up, the level of poverty is possibly one of the highest in this country, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, as we speak now, in what we call the Liranda corridor, there is estimated gold worth 171 billion shillings. Those are the estimates that are there. I wish Senator Cherargei listened to Senator Zani. Whenever Senator Zani speaks, you hear the evidence of education. And Senator Zani has interacted with this subject matter quite deeply in the last Senate and even in this Senate. So it will do well for the people of Nandi if Senator Cherargei, my good friend, finds time to consult Senator Zani on those issues of local content, of benefit sharing. There's a lot of work done. In fact, the intervention by Senator Ochilo was not properly executed, because what Senator Zani was saying is that it's not that there's a lacuna or the laws don't exist. Maybe just little aspects. But as it is today, the government can actually implement beneficial sharing for the people where all these minerals are found. It should not be that after Rosaman left with 4 billion worth of gold in Kakamega, we still have poverty. After we are saying there is potential of 171 billion, you know, of course the greatest resource we have in this country is above the ground, it is the people. But God blessed us. The people of Mombasa, the people of Kwale, the people of Diani, the people of Kilifi should benefit from the God-given resource of the port and the sea, Madam Speaker. Today we have cartels who are making billions in trolling and fishing. I don't know if Senator Faki is aware. The people who are fishing with Japanese trawlers and getting licenses as Kenyans are making so much money that will transform the depth of poverty that exists in the coast. And there's a lot of poverty in the coast, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, if you go to Karebe, the people of Senator Cherargei should actually be very wealthy. The people of Taita Taveta, and Senator Fakia said those are actually my relatives as well, should actually be benefiting from the, you know, the rubies, from the tanzanite, from all these minerals that exist there, Madam Speaker. So I hope that, you know, it is a poor indictment on us that we went actually on the ground, had this petition from the people. They were so excited that the senators come. The senators come mashinani. That petition was the highlight of that entire sitting, and to date nothing has followed from that. Madam Speaker, I wish to add strength to that statement, and I really ask that that committee please does justice to the people of Nandi County, and while they're looking at it, let them remember my relatives in Ikolomani, Bushangala, and in Kakamega, and in Migori, and in Taita Taveta, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Senator. The last statement is again from Senator Gerard K. But maybe for avoidance of doubt, may I commit the first statement stands committed to the Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources, or yes, so next statement.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. A request for statement on the issue of fund disbursement to county governments.
Yes, what's your point of order, Senator?
I'm very sorry for interrupting my friend and colleague, Senator Cherargei. But I wanted, Madam Speaker, this statement is touching on mining. I was thinking that it should also be directed to the Committee on Energy, because this issue of lands, I think that is why this statement took all that time, possibly because it went to the wrong committee. I think you should guide us on whether it can be sufficiently handled by the Committee on Lands alone, or it can be co-shared. Madam Speaker, another point is I think these statements need to be given justice. The people of Nandi have waited for the whole of from last year, 2018 to date. So I think your ruling, your guidance should also help the people of Nandi to get a response from the ministries concerned on time. So it should have a framework, a time frame on when it should be handled.
Okay, Senator, I see some intervention from Senator Haji Faria. Ali?
Madam Speaker, I just wanted to inform Mary Senator, my good
wants
friend,
information,
that
would you like to be informed? Yes.
okay, to get two committees handle an issue, it's very challenging to get a quorum. For me, mining, I think, falls better in energy than even in lands. So I think we seek your indulgence to move it to lands, energy instead of lands. Madam Speaker, we thank you. Sorry for interrupting you. It's not our wish, but sometimes we just feel that it enhances the decision.
Okay,
Thank you.
Senator Gerard Gay, I see another intervention.
I want to agree with my colleague, Senator, and my leader, Senator Faria, by saying that, Madam Speaker, as you make the directions and commitments to a specific committee, I think you remember there was a petition already to lands, to the Committee on Lands, Natural Resources and Environment from 2018. Up to now, the said committee has not even taken an iota of trying even to separate the issues, because I had seen Senator Zani had said earlier on that petition had tried to classify and separate issues so that it was easy to handle. So up to now, the said committee has not even given us even a tentative report on what they have been doing on that petition. So my request, Madam Speaker, is that you should give further directions that the Committee of Energy should be given that opportunity so that they can at least dispense with this. In line also, that petition from the committee can be referred, so that it can be referred to to the Energy Committee, and I think it will be convenient for us, even for the people of Nandi.
Yes, another point of order from Senator Sakaja.
Thank you. Madam Speaker, I really hate to disagree with the whip, the deputy whip, Senator Faria, and I hope she does not take disciplinary action on me. Madam Speaker, if you look at our standing orders in the second schedule, and you look at the functions of the Committee on Lands, it's to consider all matters relating to land, settlement, housing, environment, forestry, wildlife, mining, water resource management and development. I think we'd set a very dangerous precedent if just because the committee in the past has not delivered on its mandate, if we give its mandate to another committee. It means that it's almost as if the chair and the leadership has given up on that committee. Madam Speaker, part of the orders that we have just gone through earlier today has been the reinvigorating of these committees. I think with the new energy, it is safer and neater to leave committees with their mandate as in the order paper and not arrogate to other committees the functions of substantive committees. Let's encourage them to do their work, and if they don't deliver, there are avenues through which we can discipline them. But let it stay where it rightfully is, and that's a committee of lands. I've seen even Senator Kasanga has joined that committee, and she's extremely hardworking. She's my vice chair in the committee on COVID. Senator Githiomi also can be energized, and the other members in that. Senator Isaboy from Kwale, you know, Senator Zani. Those members can work on this. But you just give them the timelines within which to operate. Let us not start arrogating functions of specific committees to other committees. It starts as very dangerous precedent, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. I want to imagine that Senator Bogo is referring to the second statement, not this one. Senator Ochila Yako.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, this is really a matter that if you give me 1 minute, I should weigh in on. Actually, a committee may have failed to perform in the past, but now that they have been reconstituted, it would be absolutely fair to give them a benefit of doubt, to encourage them to perform, because perhaps the failure to perform was out of lack of chemistry or lack of synergy and many other factors that you and I are aware of. So I want to add my voice to what Senator Sakaja said, that let's give them a chance and let us believe in them and in all of us. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senators. Senators, I just wanted to read what the standing order talks about when it comes to the Committee of Energy. The Committee of Energy is to consider all matters relating to fossil fuels, exploration, development, production, maintenance, and regulation of energy. It doesn't give it any latitude to touch on land. It doesn't give it any latitude to touch on mining. We know part of the development will require some mining, but since it is clearly off the mining, I want to agree with the members that we have reinvigorated the committees and we really expect them to move. I would like to rule that this committee, the Committee of Lands, sits and actually moves very fast and ensures that this statement is responded to within 2 weeks, 14 days. 14 days. So I'm giving them 14 days to come back with a response to this to this question, knowing that they are supposed to reconvene anyway by tomorrow. to make sure that they have their chair and the vice chair and they proceed. That should be a good starting point for them. It's so ordered. We were looking at the last, we had called out the last statement, which I think is a brief one, so that we reorganize the business of the day. Senator Gerarge?
Madam Speaker, request for statement on the issue of fund disbursement to county governments. I raise pursuant to Standing Order 48-1 to 6 statement from the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget regarding the disbursement of funds to county governments. In the statement, the committee should, 1, state the current status of respective counties with regard to the disbursement of funds for development and recurrent expenditure for the financial year 2019-2020. Secondly, state whether all counties have received the COVID-19 funds as budgeted, and if not, indicate which counties are yet to receive the funds, giving the reasons for the delay in the disbursement. Third, state the status of pending bills by every county and clarify whether there is a nexus between pending bills and the delays of disbursements to the affected counties. Fourth, state the status of non-monetary support to counties, especially on capacity building and personal protective equipments, PPEs, quantification. And finally, fifth, explain the level of preparedness of counties in the fight against COVID pandemic under the medical equipment supplies program. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, but it sounds like that is directed to my committee, if I'm not wrong. And if it is in the usual fashion, we shall deliver, Madam Speaker. So Senator Cherargei should rest assured, and I will invite him. We give reports, and I hope, Madam Speaker, even today you will allow me to move my 7th progress report. We've given reports weekly on the COVID situation, on counties. Yesterday I said that indeed we want to look at all the counties, and I saw an outcry, Kenyans saying that senators want just to spend per diem. First of all, they should know that is our work. We must look and oversight counties. Whether we get 5,000 a day or not, it is cheaper than the pilferage that is happening in counties if there is no firm oversight. And so we will do our work, and we must continue doing our work, Madam Speaker. So I give assurance that we shall deliver on that. We shall give the schedule. This has already passed in our 3rd or 4th report, Madam Speaker, that we need monthly expenditure reports and income from counties on COVID expenditure. And so we expect that that should be coming soon. When we come back from our recess on the 7th, I shall give that report, Madam Speaker.
Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, from where Professor Ongeri and others, Professor Ongeri, I and others sit, which is the CPIC, the most common issue that comes before that committee is delay in release of exchequer, or IFMIS, or whatever it is, or funds to counties. This is a very persistent issue in all the audit issues that we get to encounter when we are dealing with oversight. Madam Speaker, I want to suggest and ask the committee to which you will refer this matter to find out whether this delay, because it seems to be endemic, it seems to be even a pandemic by itself. So whether there is violation of law. Is Treasury violating law by not releasing with dispatch the funds that are intended for devolved units like counties? 2, if Treasury is not violating law, this committee should tell us where the gap is. Because with this, failure to release funds in a time, it interferes with program or budgetary implementation. And we need to know whether they are breaking the law or whether there is a lacuna in our law which we need to fix ourselves. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator Ongeri Samson Kagengo.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to weigh in on this matter. This issue of exchequer releases is embarrassing the county governments. As I speak today, I've checked about 2, 3, 4 counties, and the story we're hearing is that up to now, the final tranche of the release of resources has not happened. And today is 24th of June. By next month, the next week, the month ends. What we have noticed when we are examining the accounts, the public accounts, we have noticed that the money is wired in on 30th of June, a time when they can not even spend one single item. And it's wired in at the last minute. And they are the cause of the pending bills that are rolled over to the next financial year. And therefore, when they make a decision, when the Treasury says that they must give the pending bills a first charge, they are already crippling the budgets of the counties, particularly as they start the new financial year, because they go according to budgets and programs that they have developed, that have been gone through the county assemblies, and therefore they will now require another supplementary estimates to be able to factor in those other pending bills so that they can discharge whatever they carry over, the carryover costs. And I think we have identified the problem. The normal mischief, Madam Speaker, is the switch off the IFMIS. Right now, IFMIS is not functioning. And I think Senator Sakaja knows, he was in Treasury, that when they are hard up in finances or resources at the Treasury side, the easiest way to do is a malfunctioning IFMIS platform. And that's what has been happening. I had up to yesterday, some counties are struggling. They have not paid the salaries for the months of May and June. And I think this is a very urgent matter. And I think the Committee of Finance, if you so rule, Madam Speaker, should go on this matter. And this has been our worry all the time, that the Treasury must at all times issue the exchequer releases on a timely and predictable manner. Right now, that timely and predictable manner is not realized. And it's causing a lot of distress and difficulties for county governments. And I'll quote my own county, Kisii. They have problems in getting the exchequer release. And yet they have complied with all these other requirements that are needed for them to have the exchequer releases. They complied with what the National Treasury said, and now they say they have no funds to release. And I think we should weigh in as Senate on this matter if we're going to require that county governments should not carry over pending bills. One, county governments should be able to pay the statutory deductions, and of course, the first charge of the wage bill for human resource deployment is a right. If you have worked for a job, it's a right for you to be paid for what you have worked for. And delaying workers from May to June, I think, is a very dangerous incidence, and it doesn't spell well for the National Treasury. I support that petition.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to give only two members, then we can move to, we reorganize the order paper, please. I see a point of order from Senator Sakaja.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. At second glance, because I've looked at the statement, if you look at Article 219 of the Constitution, that talks about transfer of equitable share, and says a county's share of revenue raised by the national government shall be transferred to the county without undue delay and without deduction except when the transfer has been stopped under Article 225. Indeed, this is a very core and constitutional issue that earlier had intimated that I think my committee on COVID would have dealt with, but really I think it's better placed in the Finance and Budget Committee, because that is the core of the mandate, to actually look at disbursements of equitable share, Madam Speaker. So I just wish to withdraw that earlier request, and I think it will be better placed. And ideally, they should give us a report. Unfortunately, the financial year is ending in 6 days, but it would be good to get something preliminary, even if shared on our group, before the end of the financial year, because that mischief Senator Ongeri is talking about is real. I know I have worked in Treasury. It is a very real threat in this next 6 days, and counties are going to suffer, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. I think you have corrected, so you have finished my agenda. I was going to correct it finally. I'll give 1 minute to Senator Inimake Truth Musurube, and then Senator Mary Yane and Senator Zane. 1 minute each, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. And I want to say that it's important for counties to be given the COVID money in good time so that they can plan on how to use the money, because if they do not have the money in good time, then it would be very difficult for county, even executives, to plan and to do even public participation concerning whatever activities need to be done. And also, counties are also straining in terms of the human resource. You'll find that some counties are not able to pay even their casual workers, and sometimes you'll find that these casual workers can even stay for 6 months, they have not been paid, yet they have families, yet they have children, yet they have basic needs. So it is just fair that Treasury disburses money in good time so that county governments can also ensure that they're also paying the service providers, because sometimes people, provide a service and then they're not paid, and this becomes very stressful. There is need for any work done to be paid, and paid in good time. So I actually support this statement, and even when money comes in good time, there's need to also oversight what exactly has the money done, so that money is not just being disbursed without corroborating with the whatever is happening on the ground. So there's need to have a balancing act to ensure that money goes, yes, in good time, and also that money is able to do the purpose for which it is supposed to do, that is delivering a service to wananchi. Because at the end of the day, during this COVID time, we want services delivered to wananchi. In some countries, you find that people do not have masks. In some countries, you still also find that people do not have sanitizers. People do not have soaps. You'll also find some hospitals do not have the PPE, the protective gears. But this should be solved if money is disbursed in good time. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. I support this statement.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وبعد. Ndugu zangu watazamaji, kwa majina ni Jaafar Ismail, ustazi katika madrasa Tumudhura. Kwa hivyo tulikomea pale ambapo kwamba tulitaja mambo mawili, ambapo al-ghiba wa namima ndio tutazungumzia leo. Ambapo kwamba yani al-ghiba ni kusengenya na namima ni yale ambapo kwamba ni kuzungumza mwenzako vibaya nyuma yako. Akasema Mtume alayhi salatu wasalam kwa kuzungumzia nayo ni sababu ya kupata mwanadamu adhabul kabri hapa duniani baada ya kuondoka duniani. Fa izakalta akaka almuslim bima fihi, ni ile alghiba, kutaja mwenzako, kumtaja mwenzako yoyote yule, aidha muislamu asio muislamu, yale ambayo kwamba atachukia lau atayasikia, na utakuwa umemaasi Allah tabaraka taala. Kan takula fi fulani sayyul khulqi, ni kama kwa kumtaja jamaa ule au dhaifu alfahmi, jamaa ule ni bakhili au ni hafahamu kitu, ukimwambia yani yashikanisho, ukimwambia kitu fulani, au kwa kusema anapoteza network. Na kawaida wanadamu hawananga network, lakini kwa mtazamo wa wanadamu wameona mambo mengi, sasa wanafikiria mwanadamu pia kuna network fulani. Ayuhibbu ahadukum yakula lahma akhihi maytan fakarhitumu fattakullah, yani je, anapenda mmoja wenu? Hii ni mfano, ni swali unaulizwa, jawabu mwenyewe utajipea, kwa sababu Allah amekuwa, kwa sababu aliwezekani mtu kutamani kukula nyama mwenzie kakiwa ni mzoga. Fakarihtumu ni jambo la kuchukia, wala aliwezekani. Wattakullah inna Allah tawwabur rahim. Fajtanibul ghiba, Ndugu zangu, tuepukane na kusengenya. Ama namima ama udaku, hiyo ndio watu wanapenda sana. Fa antankila alkalamu shakhsun ila akhari, na ni kuchukua maneno ya mtu fulani kumpelekea mtu mwingine, litufsida bainahuma, ili olete kutokuwa na mwelewano baina yao. Ndio furaha yako, na hii ni tabia ya kishetani, kwa kitaka watu wasikue pamoja. Waza min kabair, ni madhambi makubwa. Katika Rasulullah sallam tuma anasema la yadkhulu jannata alfatatu, ataonja pepo ya janna alfatatu, yani yule ambao kwamba fatatu ni mudaku la Bukhari, ila yadkhulu mal awwalina liistihqaqihi aladhab, haweza kaingia na wale ambao kwamba waliotangulia kubashiriwa janna kwa ajili ya ile ambao kwamba Mwenyezi Mungu anamstahili kupewa adhabu. Ndugu zangu Waislamu, kwa hivyo inamaanisha kwamba wewe ukiwa mdaku, unapeleka udaku kwa ajili kukosanisha watu, utakuwa umefanya kazi ambayo kwamba shetani alifanya namna gani, alijaribu kufanya, ambayo kwamba alihakikisha atafanyia waja wake wa Mwenyezi Mungu Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Min hadhihi dhanb allati jarama Allahu lisanu tasubbu almuslimu, ni kutukana muislamu. Pia ulimi inazungumzia kutukana mwenzako bighairi haki, au min kabair, ni kama kutukanana pasina haki. Faqad qala Rasulullah sallallahu sababu muslim fusuku, Mtume alayhi salatu wasallam tufahamisha kwamba ukitukana muislamu mwenzako ni lazima wewe utakuwa umefanya alfusuk. Ndugu zangu Waislamu, anasema mshairi kwamba man samta najah, wa mwenye atakayenyamaza atafaulu. Kunyamazia maneno ya watu, ukinyamaza utafaulu. Wa amal bima falahu Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mas'ud vilifanya kwa kuzungumzia ulimi wake, akiishika akisema, ewe ulimi wangu, kul khaira, sema maneno mazuri, taghnimu, utafaulu. Waskutu ani shari, unyamazie shari ambayo kwamba umeona, tusallimu, utasalimika, min kabla antandama, kabla hujajutia. Fa inni samitu Rasul yakul aktharu khataya ibn adam min lisani, kwa sababu mimi nilimsikia Mtume alayhi salatu wasallam anasema, Abdullah anasema, Mtume alisema madhambi makubwa yote, chanzo kikuu cha kuleta madhambi ya mwanadamu inatokamana na ulimi wake. Kwa hivyo ndugu zangu, lazima tuwe tunachunga ndimi zetu tukitaka kufaulu hapa duniani, tukitarajia pepo ya Allah tabaraka wa taala. Kwa hivyo ndugu zangu Waislamu, tuwe kipaumbele kukatazana maovu, kukatazana udaku, tusiwe wale ambao kwamba wanapeleka maneno huku na huku. Tuombe Mwenyezi Mungu Subhanahu wa Ta'ala atulinde, kwa sababu mwanadamu ni ngumu sana kujizuia na udaku ama kusengenya. Kidogo hivi anaanza kusengenya. Ni kuomba Mwenyezi Mungu atupe taufiki na atujalie wenye kufata maneno mazuri na kuachana mabaya. Kwa hiyo mengi nimezungumza, tuombe Mwenyezi Mungu atujalie wenye kusikia na kufata. Assalamu alaikum wa afwa minkum.
The Kenya Film Commission is glad to announce that the third edition of My Kenya, My Story mobile phone film competition received over 250 submissions. The call for submissions closed on the 3rd of June 2020. From the submissions, 20 top films will be shortlisted for public voting. You are encouraged to watch and vote for your favorite short film, which will be done via the Kenya Film Commission YouTube platform. The winner of the best short film will walk away with 200,000 Kenya shillings, while the first and the second runners-up will receive 150,000 Kenya shillings and 100,000 Kenya shillings respectively. Voting runs from 17th June 2020 through to 26th June 2020. The winner will be announced on 30th June 2020. Kenya Film Commission. Film Kenya. Capture Africa.
Sasa mbona niko peke yangu nafanya na sanitize.
First, kabla hujafanya mazoezi, kwa wale ambao wanatazama, ni muhimu sana wakati wote you sanitize yourself, keep social distances, very important, and put on your mask. Kwa hivyo unaponitazama kwa pale nyumbani, mpendwa mtazamaji, nasema shukrani na karibu kwenye runinga nguvu KBC Channel 1. Wananiita Agwin Surudek. Bado tutaendelea mazoezi na kuonyesha jinsi ambavyo unaweza fanya mazoezi kama umeketi, vile unaweza simama, fanya mazoezi kama umesimama ukiwa na kiti. Kwa hivyo tutaanza na stretching tukiwa hapo. Tuhesabu kama 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tuanze kuendelea nyingine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kutoka hapo tuende hapo hivyo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Twende 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Twende hapo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Twende 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tuweze kuendelea mwingine. Twende 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Endelea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Endelea tu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kutoka hapo twende hapo hivyo. Twende hapo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Endelea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kutoka hapo twende hapo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Endelea tu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 1. Keep going. Endelea. Tano. Wow. 2 more. Oh. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Ukitoka hapo mpenda mtazamaji, hakuna kupumzika, tunaamka. Shikilia hapo hivyo. Tazame hapo hivyo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Toka hapo. Hakuna kusimama. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then switch to the other side again for another count of 10. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Pull much down. You can support yourself. Kanyaga hapo hivyo. Twende hapo. 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 Aha. 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 Hapo. Aha. Rahisi sana. Aha. 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 Bado 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Toka hapo. Twende hapo hivyo. Aha. Aha. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Geuza upande ule mwingine. Haya, twende. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kuna ile inaitwa donkey kick. Tazama kwa makini. Hapo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Geuza pande lingine. Tayari? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hapo. Aha, safi. Kutoka hapo tena kuna ile wazosimama hivyo Sawa. Twende hapo hivyo. 10, tarudia tena. Sawa. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch to the other side again. Kubadilisha upande mwingine. Kumbuka unapofanya 10 upande wa kushoto vile vile 10 upande wa kulia. Ukianza na 10 upande wa kulia vile vile 10 upande wa kushoto. Haya, kutoka hapo. Mbili, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Safi. Kutoka hapo tuarudi keti tena. Twende hapo hivyo. Hapo. 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 Bado 5. Bado 4. 3. Bado 2. Safi. Kutoka hapo mpenda mtazamaji, toka mguu hapo hivyo, shikilia hapo hivyo, geuza upande ule mwingine, twende. Haya, twende. Geuza upande ule mwingine, jikaza. Twende. Kutoka hapo tunaonyesha jinsi ambayo unaweza fanya core ama zoezi ya tumbo. Tunaweza enda chini, unaweza keti kulingana na uwezo wako. Kwa hivyo mpenda mtazamaji, ningependa tuende tuketi chini. Haya. Kutoka hapo hivyo. Hiyo unaweza keti kwa raha zako tu. Zako uzaangalia upande mmoja. Sawa. Zashikilia hapo hivyo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hiyo ni ya kwanza. Haya. Kuna lingine mpenda mtazamaji. Tuanze hapo hivyo. Tazame kwa makini. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Haya, kutoka hapo hivyo twende hapo hivyo. Tazame kwa makini. Unaweza kama mguu wote chini. Twende hapo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Haya, tutarudi kuketi tena kwenye kiti. Asante sana. Wow. Sawa, kutoka hapo hivyo. Twende hapo hivyo. tazame, tutasonga mbele kidogo. Kutoka hapo twende hapo hivyo. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Wacha tuongeze 5 ya mwisho. 1 2 3 4 5. Safi. Sasa kumalizia tumebaki na dakika kama 4 hivi ndio tuone namna gani. Safi. Sasa maliza na ile inaitwa stretching. Ni muhimu sana unapoanza zoezi na unamaliza na stretching. Twende hapo hivyo. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Wageuza pande ile mwingine pia. Twende 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Twende hapo hivyo. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Twende 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Weka mguu pamoja. Twende hapo hivyo. Twende 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Twende hapo hivyo. Twende 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Bado 5. Twende 1 2 3 4 5. Safi. Geuza pande ile nyingine. Twende hapo hivyo.